Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Terrence Clifford, and I am the founder of Lightning Within LLC. And I'm making this video because I felt like I should help give you guys some insight as to who I am, you know, what I'm all about, and sort of introduce myself to you guys. So I'll start in the beginning. And, I've picked up my first guitar when I was 13, thanks to my grandfather, Len Clifford, who, you know, inspired me in a lot of ways to play. And seeing him and his band, my grandpa Eli, play, and all these people, I think it was subconsciously rooted in my mind that I need to play the guitar. So I quickly became obsessed with ACDC. They had relatively simple riffs, simple amazing riffs that I felt I could actually learn. So I just start obsessing over ACDC, and then some years go by, I start becoming myself, becoming my own person. I start getting into like the old emo bands, early Atreyu, Bullet for My Valentine, Avenged Sevenfold. It sort of evolved into thrash metal, and I got into blues. Really love Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I mean the list goes on as far as influences go. So me and my buddies, we'd meet up together at lunch in high school, and we'd jam out, and we'd look what I learned, and you know there's always the one guy that's really good at this or the other guy that's really good at that, and it was always cool. And I sort of got to this point where in college around 2015ish, after I sort of just didn't want to be I didn't want to cover songs anymore because I really loved covering. I covered all Metallica songs. Just I mean the list goes on. Avenged Sevenfold, Bullet. Like I'd just sit in my room and I'd play along with it. I had an old Line 6 that had an auxiliary input, so I could play music through my amp. And I would just practice and practice and practice. I'd practice tapping and, whammy bar tricks and all these fun things. And then I sort of got to this point where, again, back in 2015, where I realized I don't want to do that anymore. So I did the unthinkable and I quit playing guitar. I quit for about 2 years. I just straight up cold turkeyed. I'm done. It's over. Not for good, but eventually when I slowly came back to it, I had realized that I had completely forgotten all the songs I learned, songs I thought I could never forget, like Master of Puppets. Like you don't forget that, but like I don't remember how to play most of the song, and I took that as like a growing opportunity because it forced me to learn how to make my own music. And I became this sort of poetic person where I just wanted to create poetry with my music. Like, for example, stuff like that. And for years, I just made music like that in my own room for myself, for me. And I just didn't have any interest in sharing it because it was a sort of poetic experience for me. It was my way of being alone in my room, just creating my own space where I could just be me musically. And fast forward to 2021, last year, I started to write music. I thought, okay, I'm going to write songs now. It's time for me to write songs. It's time for me to show the world who I am as a musician. So everything I make, is like it's a culmination of the last 17 years of my life. And all my friends, all my family, all my influences, everyone has been a part of it, including you. You right now watching. So, I guess what I'm looking for is people who want to be a part of my journey in this, people who want to be a part of my music. And there's been a lot of you so far. For those of you who have supported me buying my hoodies, sharing my stuff. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, this has been my entire life, and it's time to to make music. It's time to hit those stages and show people what I'm all about. I want to get to know you guys. I want to understand who you are. So just in the comments below, you know, leave like ask me something or tell me something about yourself. Tell me something that you love and let's start a conversation. So, without further ado, I will let you guys take it away in the comments and here is something that I love.